There are so many deleted scenes in the Harry Potter movies that you could practically piece together a 9th movie out of them. I've seen some deleted scenes go viral on social media, but there are others that I haven't seen anyone talk about before that I actually can't believe they chose to cut out. So today, my friends, we are doing a deep dive for the 3rd time, looking at some scenes that are actually terrifying, some scenes that include some major relationship interactions, and my personal favorite, some horrifically cringe ones. Let us never forget about this scene. As usual, we will decide together if we think the movie makers made a big mistake by deleting these scenes or not. So make sure to leave all your opinions in the comments. I also want to quickly thank all of you for the big support on this series. Make sure to give this video a like and subscribe to follow along. So let's see what your reaction will be to the first deleted scene of today. This scene takes place in the Goblet of Fire right after Harry stumbles upon Karkaroff and Snape in the storage room, where Snape accuses him of stealing his ingredients. Have a look.
What do you suppose was on Karkaroff's arm?
I don't know.
Boomslang skin and lacewing flies. You're sure those are the 2 ingredients Snape mentioned?
Positive. Why?
Well, he thinks we're brewing Polyjuice potion, doesn't he?
I don't care what Snape thinks. I've got bigger problems than detention. Something's coming closer. I can feel it.
Okay, Harry, so is that scar hurting for real? Or are you just thinking really hard? I'm kidding. But I can't get over how forced and awkward this feels. And it's so anticlimactic. Also, bless Neville for carrying his big plant in the background. Quick sponsor break. Thank you CyberGhost VPN for sponsoring today's video. CyberGhost is used by over 38 million people worldwide and has more than 20,000 excellent Trustpilot reviews. In other words, it's a trustworthy service. Online privacy matters more than most people realize. You see, even if you browse in incognito mode, your activity can still be tracked anywhere you go. CyberGhost VPN helps to stop that by encrypting your internet connection and keeping your browsing private. All you have to do is pick one of their server locations and CyberGhost will reroute your traffic through secure servers, which also means you can access geo-restricted games and content across more than 40 streaming platforms like Netflix, Amazon Prime, and Disney+. So whenever you encounter this problem, CyberGhost will fix it. It works on Windows, macOS, Android, and iOS, and you can protect up to 7 devices at the same time. By using my link in the description, you'll get their best deal at $2.03 per month, plus 4 months for free, which is 84% off. And with a 45-day money-back guarantee, you can try it risk-free. Thank you once again, CyberGhost, for sponsoring this video. Alright, let's break it down. Ron asks,
What do you suppose was on Karkaroff's arm?
in the scene right before this, they show very clearly that Karkaroff has a Death Eater mark on his arm. And I'm surprised Harry doesn't realize what this is.
I don't know.
Be so for real, Harry. You would know this because Hermione explained this to you in the beginning of the movie.
What is that?
It's the dark mark, Harry. It's his mark.
But what do I know?
I don't know.
It's easy to not remember everything you hear. But what Harry did remember was those 2 ingredients.
Boomslang skin, lacewing fly,
You're sure those are the 2 ingredients Snape mentioned?
Positive.
So Hermione, being clever, realizes that...
He thinks we're brewing Polyjuice potion, doesn't he?
And at this point, I am severely questioning Harry's observational skills. Because Snape literally told him.
You and your little friends are brewing Polyjuice potion, and believe me, I'm going to find out why.
So you're telling me he fails to mention the 2 most crucial details, which are the clues and foreshadowing in this story. But he remembers what the names are for the 2 ingredients. Come on, Harry, you need to think harder about this. Or wait, I think I just figured it out. His scar isn't really hurting here. Harry has got temporary amnesia because he just got his head smashed really bad by Snape.
I'm going to find out why.
I don't know.
So obviously Harry feels that,
Something's coming closer.
which it does in the next scene where the final task begins and all the terror goes down. So if you would have added this,
I can feel it.
I feel like it would have prepared us too much for the next part of the movie. It's like if someone in a scary movie would go, I'm probably gonna get jump scared when I open this door. Oh no! Saying it makes us expect it, which can severely destroy the suspense. So in conclusion, this late in the movie, we don't really need the Golden Trio to talk about this foreshadowing because it's right about to happen. But what do you think about this scene? Would you keep it or delete it? Leave your opinion in the comments. So Bartemius is found dead, and this next deleted scene takes place right after it.
I'll cover this up, you watch. Fudge will sell his soul before this gets out in the Daily Prophet.
Why?
Look, nobody liked Crouch. I know this from my father. Loads of people wanted him dead. But he was a ministry official. It's not even like he turned up stiff at Nocturne Alley. He was murdered at Hogwarts. This is a big deal.
Can't be coincidence. Harry's dreams, his scar hurting. The dark mark. His name coming out of the Goblet of Fire. Surviving the tournament isn't the answer anymore, Harry. It's bigger than this. And I really think you should go to Dumbledore.
Yeah.
Ron explains his theory, with inside information from his father, that the Minister for Magic will literally do anything to cover up this murder, even if it means selling his soul. Strongly implying that they cannot be trusted and will manipulate the truth for public control. A foreshadowing we get to see all about in the next movie, The Order of the Phoenix.
Harry's dreams, his scar hurting. The dark mark.
Hermione is also once again the puzzle master, trying to piece together the connections of all the bad events happening. They also urge Harry to speak to Dumbledore, which he does in the next scene.
Oh, Harry!
But when you look at Harry's expression when Hermione tells him this,
And I really think you should go to Dumbledore.
you can see how he dismisses it and keeps staring at the fire as if it's going to give him the right answers. And you know what? That's probably because it once did. Sirius Black, his godfather, his only family, he appeared previously in the fire to guide him about this topic. And in this moment, we can see him reach for that support again in the flames, most likely thinking about how he would rather talk to Sirius about it than Dumbledore. And also, side note, this is what Sirius says in that scene.
Igor Karkaroff. He was a Death Eater, and no one stops being a Death Eater.
So what do you suppose is on
Karkaroff's arm.
I don't know.
Harry, what do you mean you don't know? Okay, I'm dropping it. I'm serious this time. I really wish they would have kept this scene in, with Ron's conspiracy talk, Hermione's tone of the seriousness of this situation, and Harry wanting to talk to Sirius. Did I seriously make another serious joke? I'm sorry, I'll stop. So what do you think? Would you keep it or delete it? This next scene is a little different and comes from one of the official trailers for The Goblet of Fire. Have a look at this little snippet of it.
The devils are inside the walls.
Something's coming closer. I can feel it.
The Dark Lord shall rise again.
Is it Voldemort?
Heard that? Harry straight up asks, is it Voldemort? But this line was never included in the movie. My guess to why is because it might have gotten a little bit too obvious of a question, since this movie is all about the subtle foreshadowing most of the time. So asking, is it Voldemort? In that tone feels a little bit like bad writing. So I guess it's a good thing they never used it. But did you catch that one deleted scene clip?
I can feel it.
This is actually more common than you think. The scenes you see in trailers might not end up in the final movie. This is because trailers are usually produced months ahead while the film is still in its post-production phase. And since trailers are usually designed to build hype and create curiosity, this clip suddenly works, creating that curiosity instead of being very cringe and anticlimactic like it was in that scene. And that is also why the line,
is it Voldemort?
works for the trailer, as it sparks curiosity, but not in the movie. Now, on the subject of Voldemort's name, let me introduce you to the next deleted scene, which takes place in the Deathly Hallows Part 1.
So where do we go next?
Well, Dumbledore had a theory that the Horcruxes wouldn't be made out of random objects, and they wouldn't be hidden randomly either. We know of 3 so far. The ring, which, according to Dumbledore, belonged to Tom's grandfather, the diary, which obviously belonged to Tom himself, and then this, which again, according to Dumbledore, belonged to Tom's mother.
It scares me a bit, that. Thinking it's a piece
No,
of...
don't say it. It's taboo, you know whose name. That's how they track people now.
How do you know that?
I overheard some bloke at the ministry talking about it.
Tea?
Is that it?
Yep. I know. I felt that too. It ticking or something. Like it's got a heart.
Like it's alive.
I hate it. It's like he's here with us.
And that's why we're gonna kill it.
This is a very serious piece of information that I'm actually surprised they chose to cut out. Just as Hermione was about to say the name Voldemort, Ron interrupts her, informing them that it's now taboo. Why he didn't inform them about this right after he got the information is a mystery to me, but okay. So here's the deal. People avoided saying Voldemort's name in the First War mostly out of fear. It was Dumbledore, who didn't fear his name, that then spread his belief, which Hermione repeats in the Chamber of the Secrets.
Fear of a name only increases fear of the thing itself.
Many members in the Order shared this belief, including the Golden Trio, meaning that they dared to speak his name. That is why the jinx on Voldemort's name was activated. When his name was spoken,
Voldemort.
the speaker's location became revealed. Death Eaters and Snatchers used this spell to track and capture members of the Order. So for example, that is why they were caught so fast at the cafe. Hermione said his name.
If Voldemort already has taken over the ministry.
Another thing you can notice in this deleted scene is how caring Hermione is for Ron and how she chooses to sit on the side of his bed. I talked about Ron and Hermione's relationship a lot in my last deleted scenes video and how we were robbed of moments like these where we see the relationship form and how they grow closer to each other. And then finally there's the Horcrux. This is one of the first moments where me as a viewer really get the perspective that that is so much more than just an object.
Like it's got a heart.
Like it's alive.
It's like he's here with us.
Heartbeat, alive, here with us. I love these descriptions in combination of the sound effects to really capture that dark and ominous presence of Voldemort's soul. What do you think about this scene? Did they make a mistake by deleting it or not? So yeah, the Death Eaters and Snatchers came up with a pretty clever spell to track them, but somehow became blind in this next deleted scene. Have a look. How did I not see him? Bro literally had one job. Also, am I the only one who feels about zero chemistry between Ginny and Harry in the movies? I hate to say it, but yeah, I don't mind this scene being cut. Do you agree, or would you keep this scene in the movie? So let's move on to some more couples at Hogwarts. You know the moment in movies when the world is ending, the adrenaline is pumping, and characters finally get the courage to confess and express their love.
You haven't seen Luna, have you? I'm not for her.
Well, this next deleted scene might be my new favorite because of this end of the world epic love trope. Have a look.
Hermione,
Yes?
there's something I need to tell you.
I don't want you to say anything that you wouldn't say if we weren't about to be killed by a giant snake. You'll just ruin it.
I absolutely love Hermione for that.
You'll just ruin it.
Ron is ready to deliver his I love you speech,
There's something I need to tell you.
but Hermione is like, don't you dare ruin the moment I've been waiting for in the last 3 years because of a CGI snake? No, but I love how awkward this scene is because they obviously didn't finish it. So you'll have to disregard that when I ask for this deleted scene, would you keep it or delete it? I'm kinda mad they removed it. Switching gears to something completely different. This next deleted scene was actually not scripted, but entirely improvised by the brilliant actor Emma Thompson, who is playing Professor Trelawney. And I swear, I heard this in a behind the scenes clip somewhere, but I can't find that source again, so I will say, allegedly, they were doing a panning shot of the teachers while Umbridge had her speech in the beginning of the Order of the Phoenix. And then they stopped the cameras on Trelawney and just kept it rolling because she was just too entertaining to watch.
Happy faces smiling up at me. All going to be best. Although has brought something new to progress, for the sake of progress, must and prove practices that
bombastic side-eye, criminal offensive side-eye.
Magic things that seem to be going on.
This scene is so random, but I love Emma Thompson's improv skills. I honestly wish we saw more of her in the movies, but 2.5 minutes straight of only this, yeah, I can see why they cut it out. I'm just gonna show you this next deleted scene and then tell you why it includes the cutest detail ever. Let's play it.
Morning.
Ron, it's me.
Harry! Blimey. Forgot what you look like. Where's Hermione?
She's gone down to the courtrooms with Umbridge.
I understand we're out there, but I can't be a party to that. Hello, Reg. I understand Mary's coming in for questioning today. Try to have faith. If there's anything that Molly and I can do to help...
Don't tell me. It's raining in the Axley's office again.
Tell him to try an umbrella.
Arthur. You know you're being tracked, don't you?
Is that a threat, Uncle?
No. It's a fact. They're watching you.
So right now you might be wondering, Emma, what in the world was cute in that scene? Let me tell you. So Arthur says this.
Tell him to try an umbrella.
Does that sound familiar? It should, because Ron is confronted prior to this by Yaxley himself that it's raining in his office again. And what was Ron's first reaction to this?
Have you tried an umbrella?
It's such a silly connection, but I think it's so wholesome. Like father, like son.
Tell him to try an umbrella.
But to switch over to the seriousness of this scene, at this time, the Ministry was controlled by Voldemort, which is why the Golden Trio had to enter in disguise. Arthur Weasley only continued to work at the Ministry of Magic in order to maintain a low profile and avoid raising suspicion. But when Harry searched Umbridge's office in an earlier scene, not only did he find a file about Hermione being tracked, which will be important for the next deleted scene, he also found one of Arthur regarding his blood status.
Associating with muggles. We have a very different idea about what disgraces the name of wizard, Malfoy.
Arthur was being monitored by the Ministry due to his family's connection to Harry and labeled him a blood traitor for supporting Muggleborns. So Harry warns Arthur that he's being watched and he immediately thinks it's a threat.
Is that a threat, Uncle?
Which tells us a lot about the intense atmosphere at the Ministry. That is why this interaction with Arthur is even more wholesome.
Try to have faith.
Because it shows how humane and caring he is. But we didn't get this scene in the final version. Do you think they should have included Arthur more and kept this scene, or should it stay deleted? Now let's move over to Hermione's file that Harry found in Umbridge's office. Under Voldemort's control, the Ministry of Magic established the Muggle-born Registration Commission to persecute Muggle-borns, branding them as thieves who stole magic from purebloods. If you were caught, they would take your wand, interrogate you, and many were sent to Azkaban. But Hermione, being a close ally of Harry Potter, she was one of the most wanted individuals. And if caught, they wouldn't just send her to Azkaban, they would most likely execute her. This is why this next deleted scene becomes so terrifying. If they would have included this scene alongside the one we talked about in my first video about deleted scenes,
they'll torture you.
This terror would have increased. Because what's more scary than having someone hunt you to the point where you don't even feel safe in your own home, forcing you to leave? Watching the Harry Potter movies as a kid, I never understood how dark this story really is. So let me ask you this. Do you think the movie makers made a mistake by deleting these scenes showcasing this threat? Or do you think they don't add enough to the main story and should stay deleted? Let me know in the comments. Last but not least, I will show you something a little bit different that has to do with the ending of the Goblet of Fire. Did you know they actually filmed an alternate ending? These photos show you how Harry is grieving Cedric's death by a waterfall, followed by Ron and Hermione approaching to comfort him. And the movie would have ended with the golden trio holding each other while walking away. But this was never released in video form. Or was it? This, my friends, is the video game. And if you've played it, you have seen this scene. Because they actually used it for the ending in this one. Take a look. Comparing the idea of this to the actual ending, I'm happy they stuck with this one. So guys, that's all for today. If you made it all the way to the end, you're a legend. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a like and make sure to subscribe to follow along for more. Thank you once again to CyberGhost for sponsoring today's video. Don't forget to check out the link in the description to take advantage of the discount. Use it to keep your data safe and unlock blocked online content for just $2.03 a month. And as always, stay nerdy, stay kind, and stay out of Azkaban. Bye everyone!
Nighty night.